Okay, this one's going to be titled, "This is your government, military, and police on androchrome and the things that they do." Here are your players. Let me make sure that it's very clear that the insurance company is my workers' comp insurance company. And that is only from the 19th to the present, because that's when shit started with them. They'd been listening to the terrorists all along, but I caught them actually lying at that point, so that's when this goes. And believe me, there's enough in the audio to, they're including the murder. Drug companies have been there since the beginning. Salvation Army started in Portland and on. The military's been there since the beginning, the police have been there since the beginning, the FBI and other governments been there since the beginning, families been there since the beginning, and terrorists have been there since the beginning. So, here's the breakdown in the groups. There's the crimes. Terrorism, red flag, 2 through 7. These are the people that knew about it or had a part in it or were paid off. Drugging, raping of people, including children, babies. It goes on to the, it goes live first, and then it goes on the internet, it gets sold. So, don't bother paying for any of this crap because it's already out there. They're already making money off of it. The government's making money. They just go and wipe these idiots out. Government's basically using these people. Got organ harvesting, live donor. Got murder. Got the snuff films. This is stuff that the government's making money on. Selling of blood. This is the androchrome. They're terrorizing people, usually through rape. And if you're not programmed, they drug you and catch you while you're sleeping, and they drug you. This is what they do. Theft of property. This is others. These are the people that are being murdered, the harvesting, the snuff films. They're stealing the property, wiping them out completely. Cars are being chopped up. Where are we here? Reprogramming, which is what they're doing to everybody. Genocide, which is very interesting. They're hitting specific groups of people. Homeless, women, women with children, and babies. The government. Now, for all these people that didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, you're the government and the police part. And they're hitting the poor and the black people. This is all human experimentation. This is going on through drug companies, insurance companies, the military, the police, the FBI, and they are paying my family and the terrorists to do this stuff. And this includes chipping, cameras. My face was microwaved. I have pictures of it, put it up on Facebook. They put the gun right underneath my nose and let it off. It left a mark on my nose. Picked up a picture, picked it up. Forced abortions. This is actually the only one I have for the police was actually Mercedes, and that was in Portland. And she was beaten, very badly beaten, to the point where she lost her baby. Torture, kidnapping. Kidnapping is nothing more of holding somebody against their will. That's all it is. And organized crime. That's the money laundering, the printing of money, etc., etc., etc. So, want to make very clear that the insurance company, the only insurance company I have proof on, I do have proof on other drug companies. Actually, the drug companies, I have audio of where the drug companies came in and tried to actually reprogram me because I'm not programmable. And that was in Portland. Insurance company is a workers' comp insurance company. These people, the military, the police, the FBI, the family, and the terrorists, all got the insurance company involved. And they fell for it, hook, line, sinker. And can't do anything about it, except sue them. So now we know who we're suing. But this one's off to the side for a reason. Because I'm gonna let your little terrorists run free and do whatever the hell they want. Because little do these people realize they're all over the barrel, and they're gonna come after them. And why? Because they can't do anything to them. That's why. So, who cares? I don't care about their family. I don't care about them. Their problem. Just like they didn't give a shit about anybody. As far as the genocide goes, just in Chicago alone, there was an admission of one of the people that were there in the Chicago Rosemont Hotel, that there was 220 people killed. I tend to believe there was a heck of a lot more than 220 people killed. There were dead bodies all over the place. The one day, the last morning, they had doctors that were brought in, and they actually caught it on video. And they were going in and out of a room. So there was a lot more than 220. Like I said, there was 6,000 different people that were chopped up and sent to go overseas, and that was directly from Portland. Once that got caught, basically they were going and started throwing people in the water and down in the sewer. So I do have audio of a baby that was kidnapped. They took one of the kidneys, they let the baby die, and they just threw the child in the sewer. Yeah, this is pretty bad. It doesn't get any worse. So if you just thought it was pedophilia too, yeah, then shit. Holy crap, they're all involved in that. Pedophile. Now, what happened last night? There's security on the shelter I'm staying at. We have to go through 2 locked doors to get in. And what's going on is they're bypassing that because there's a lot of security cameras and stuff on that. And they're bypassing it. There's 2 doors that have alarms on them down near my room. One's about, I don't know. Actually, they're both probably about 20 feet from my room. 15, 20 feet. And the windows are bolted, so they can't get in through the windows. The only way they can get in is through the door. And so in order to bypass the alarm, 1 or 2 things must happen. Either the alarm must be turned off, or 2, they have the key. So either way you look at it, it means the workers involved at the shelter. And that's how they got in. You can actually, in the audio, hear the one door that they're letting the people in from the outside for the rape. So, alright, well, that's it for now, and probably be a part 2.